All right, so you're gearing up for an ICT System Administrator interview,
Oh, yeah.
which means getting ready to talk about servers, networks,
Yeah.
all that tech that keeps businesses running.
It's a critical role.
It really is, and there's a lot of demand for it,
Absolutely.
which is why we're here today
Yeah.
to equip you with the knowledge and skills
Mm-hmm.
to really ace that interview.
That's right.
And we're going to be using RoleCatcher's resources for this.
Some great resources in there.
We'll break down sample questions.
So we will.
Give you insider tips on what those interviewers are really looking for.
Absolute.
And we'll even touch on how RoleCatcher uses AI to help you really stand out.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
But this isn't just about memorizing answers, right?
No.
It's about understanding the core skills,
Right.
the mindset that makes a great ICT system administrator.
And let's be honest, confidence plays a big role too.
Oh, confidence is huge EE in interviews.
Huge.
So let's set the stage here.
Okay.
What does an ICT system administrator actually do?
So imagine you're the one making sure all the computer systems in a company are running smoothly.
Okay.
That's the core of it.
Got it.
Maintaining those servers,
Yeah.
networks, troubleshooting any issues that pop up,
Uh-huh.
providing that essential technical support.
So you're kind of like a digital firefighter,
Mm-hmm. I like that.
always ready to save the day.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
And it's not JST about technical skills, is it?
Oh, no.
Communication,
Say one.
problem solving.
Absolutely vital.
Because you're often the bridge between the tech and the people using it, right?
Exactly. You have to speak both languages.
Okay, so let's dive into the interview landscape a little bit.
All right, let's do it.
RoleCatcher's interview guide provides 10 sample questions that are common in these interviews.
Very helpful.
So let's start with a classic.
Classic.
Describe your experience with network administration.
Ah, yes. A staple.
I feel like this one seems pretty straightforward,
Sure.
but I bet there's more to it than just listing the technologies you've used.
You're right. It's not just a laundry list of acronyms.
Right.
The interviewer wants to know if you really understand how networks work.
So the nuts and bolts.
Exactly. Think LAN 1, firewalls, routers, the whole shebang.
Okay.
Can you explain those concepts? Have you actually diagnosed and resolved network issues?
So it's about showcasing a deeper understanding,
Precisely.
not just, rattling off those acronyms.
Right. And be ready for follow-up questions, too.
Of course.
They might ask you to walk them through a specific challenge you faced
Uh-huh.
or a network project you implemented.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So be prepared to tell those stories.
This is where RoleCatcher's AI can be really helpful, right?
Absolutely, it can.
It can help tailor your answers and give you feedback on how you're coming across.
It analyzes your responses,
Oh, wow.
compares them to what top performers say,
Okay.
and offers suggestions to make your answers even stronger.
So it's like having a secret weapon almost.
It's a game changer.
All right, next question.
Let's hear it.
How do you ensure the security of ICT systems? This one feels high stakes.
It is. Security is paramount.
Right.
And they want to know that you take it seriously. They're looking for a layered approach.
Oh, yeah.
Not just antivirus software,
Right.
but firewalls, intrusion detection systems, access controls, encryption, the whole 9 yards.
So it's about demonstrating that you're proactive.
Exactly.
You're not just reacting to threats, you're actively preventing them.
They might also ask about specific security incidents you've handled
Okay.
or vulnerabilities you've identified.
Yeah, and this is another area where RoleCatcher's AI can help you practice and refine your answers, right?
Absolutely. It can provide feedback on how clearly you're explaining those security concepts
Right.
and how well you're showcasing your experience.
Great. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
What is your experience with virtualization technologies?
All right. Virtualization.
Now, I'll admit, this one's a bit fuzzy for me.
Sure, I can break it down. Virtualization is essentially creating virtual versions of computer hardware.
Right.
Things like servers, operating systems.
Uh-huh.
So you can run multiple systems on just one physical machine.
So instead of having a whole room full of servers,
Exactly.
you can consolidate them into a smaller space.
Exactly. It's incredibly efficient.
That makes sense.
And the interviewer wants to know your comfort level with platforms like VMware or Hyper-V.
Okay.
Can you set up and manage virtual machines?
Uh-huh.
Have you tackled any complex virtualization projects?
So I need to be ready to talk about the specific tools I've used
Yes.
and the challenges I've overcome.
Right. They might also ask about your approach to resource allocation
Okay.
or how you ensure performance in a virtualized environment.
Got it. And again, RoleCatcher's AI can be a huge help here, right?
It can analyze your responses,
Yeah.
compare them to industry benchmarks,
Uh-huh.
suggest improvements to help you really shine.
Okay, next up.
All right.
How do you approach System backups and disaster recovery.
Now, this is critical.
Yeah, this sounds really important.
It's all about protecting that critical data.
Right.
The interviewer wants to know you're not just backing things up. You've got a plan for what happens if disaster strikes. They're interested in your backup strategies,
Okay.
your recovery time objectives, and your experience with actually restoring systems.
So having a plan, testing that plan.
Yes.
And being able to get things back up and running quickly and efficiently.
Exactly. They might also ask about your experience with different backup methods.
Okay.
Or how you ensure data integrity.
So this is where having real-world examples can really make your answers stand out.
Absolutely.
Right.
And RoleCatcher can help you identify those most impactful examples.
Oh, wow.
And present them in a compelling way.
All right, let's talk about the cloud.
Okay, the cloud.
The next question is, what is your experience with cloud technologies?
It's the hot topic these days.
It really is.
Yeah.
So the interviewer is gauging your familiarity with platforms like AWS or Azure.
Yeah.
Can you set up, manage those cloud resources?
Handle user permissions.
Yeah.
Keep a close eye on performance.
So it's not enough to just say, I've used AWS.
No.
You need to show them you understand the intricacies of cloud computing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Highlight your experience with specific cloud services.
Okay.
Any certifications you hold.
Uh-huh.
Any cloud migration projects you've spearheaded.
So this is where having those cloud certifications can really give you a leg up.
Absolutely. They demonstrate your commitment to professional development.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
to the human side of things.
The human side.
With this question,
Right.
how do you approach user support and troubleshooting?
Yes, the soft skills.
Yeah.
This is all about how you communicate.
Okay.
Can you talk effectively with people who might not be tech savvy?
Right.
Are you patient, empathetic when you're helping them resolve those issues?
So you're like a tech translator,
I like that.
bridging the gap between the digital world and the everyday user.
Exactly. Be ready to share stories about how you've helped users
Okay.
resolved those complex issues and kept your cool under pressure.
So those anecdotes can really humanize you
They can.
and make you stand out from other candidates.
Absolutely. And remember, RoleCatcher can help you analyze your responses here, too.
Okay.
Make sure you're conveying those soft skills effectively.
All right, let's move on to a more technical question.
Okay, shoot.
What is your experience with Active Directory?
Active Directory, the heart of many organizations' IT infrastructure.
Yeah.
It's how they manage users, groups, and computers.
Right.
And the interviewer wants to know if you can navigate this system with ease.
So I need to be ready to talk about setting up and configuring AD domains, handling user permissions, implementing group policies.
Precisely. And don't be afraid to get specific.
Okay.
Mention any complex Active Directory projects you've tackled or any scripting or automation you've implemented that.
This is another area where those real-world examples can showcase your expertise.
Absolutely. And RoleCatcher can help you structure those examples
Oh, wow.
in a way that highlights your skills and accomplishments.
All right, next up. What is your experience with Windows Server?
Windows Server.
This seems like a pretty standard requirement for ICT System Administrator roles.
It is a dominant force in the server world.
So be ready to talk about your experience with installing, configuring, and managing Windows Server.
Right.
Things like DNS, DHCP, and of course, Active Directory.
Exactly. And be prepared to dive into specifics.
Okay.
What tools do you use? What challenges have you faced?
Right.
How have you optimized server performance?
Got it. Okay, last question in this set.
Okay.
How do you stay up to date with new technologies and trends?
Yes. Continuous learning.
Yeah.
The tech world is constantly evolving.
It really is.
The interviewer wants to know you're committed to keeping your skills sharp.
So I need to talk about the resources I use to stay current, like industry publications,
Online communities.
conferences, any personal projects I'm working on.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to show your passion.
Okay.
What excites you about technology?
Yeah.
What trends are you following?
Right.
Let that enthusiasm shine through.
So letting your personality come through can really make a difference.
Absolutely. And remember, RoleCatcher can help you present your learning journey in a way that impresses interviewers.
Oof, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
But before we move on,
Okay.
I want to circle back to career insights.
Right.
What can you tell us about the career path for an ICT system administrator?
So this is a field with a lot of potential.
Okay.
You can specialize in areas like cybersecurity, cloud computing,
Yeah.
or you can move into management roles.
Okay.
The key is to keep learning and growing your skill set.
So it's not just about landing the job.
Oh,
It's about having that long-term vision for your career.
exactly. And RoleCatcher can actually help you map out potential career paths
Oh, wow.
based on your skills and interests.
That's really cool.
Okay.
It's pretty amazing.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
But let's take a break here
Okay.
and come back in the next part of our deep dive
That sounds good.
to explore RoleCatcher's AI capabilities in more detail.
Looking forward to it.
You won't want to miss it.
No, you won't. Welcome back.
So we just dove deep into some common ICT System Administrator interview questions.
Yeah, they're good warm-up.
But now I want to zoom out a bit
Okay.
and think about where this role fits into the bigger picture.
The bigger picture.
You might be wondering, what are the long-term prospects in this field?
Right. Can you build a solid career as an ICT system administrator?
Exactly.
And the answer is a resounding yes.
Okay, good.
RoleCatcher's Career Guide actually highlights this.
Oh, perfect.
The demand for skilled ICT system administrators is projected to grow significantly in the coming years.
So it's not just a stepping stone.
There's real potential for career growth.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic to hear.
As businesses become more reliant on technology,
Right.
the need for people who can keep those systems running smoothly,
Uh-huh.
it's only going to increase.
Makes sense.
And that means more opportunities for specialization,
You okay?
advancement, and even higher salaries.
So what are some potential career paths someone could take from this role?
Well, you could specialize in a particular area,
Okay.
like cybersecurity,
Yeah.
cloud computing, or even data center management. As you gain that experience and expertise,
Right.
you become a highly sought-after specialist.
So you can carve out a niche for yourself
Exactly.
within that broader field.
Exactly. Or you can move into a management role,
Okay.
leading a team of system administrators,
Oh.
overseeing those larger IT projects.
So that sounds like a good option for someone who enjoys mentoring others,
It is.
taking on leadership responsibilities.
Absolutely. And some ICT system administrators,
Oh, wow.
they even transition into roles like network engineers or systems architects,
Interesting.
using their knowledge to design and build complex IT systems.
So there's a lot of flexibility and potential for growth.
A lot of options.
That's exciting.
It is.
Should we jump back into those interview questions?
Yeah, let's do it. We left off talking about Active Directory.
Right. A core skill for a lot of these roles.
It is.
What is your experience with Active Directory?
I remember that one.
It's all about managing users' groups, computers, within an organization's IT environment.
Exactly. Now, they might ask you about specific tasks you've performed,
Okay.
like creating user accounts, setting password policies,
Yeah.
or managing group policies.
Makes sense.
But they also want to see if you can think critically
Okay.
about Active Directory and how it fits into that bigger picture.
So what kind of follow-up questions could they ask to dig deeper into my knowledge?
Well, they might ask you about a time you had to troubleshoot a complex Active Directory issue. Or maybe how you've used scripting to automate tasks.
Okay.
They could even ask about your experience with migrating to a new domain
Wow.
or implementing a new authentication system.
Those are some pretty advanced concepts.
We're looking for someone with a deep understanding.
And remember, RoleCatcher can help you prepare for these types of questions.
It can their AI can analyze your responses,
Yeah.
compare them to top performers, and suggest improvements.
So it's like having a personal coach in your pocket.
Exactly, guiding you through the process.
That's awesome. All right, let's move on to another question.
Okay.
What is your experience with Windows Server?
Another common one.
This one seems pretty straightforward,
Yeah, it's about managing Windows servers.
but don't underestimate its importance.
No.
Windows Server is the foundation for a lot of organizations' IT infrastructure.
Absolutely.
So they need someone who can handle it with expertise.
They need to know, your stuff.
What are some key areas I should be prepared to discuss?
They'll likely want to hear about your experience with installing, configuring, and managing various server rules and features. Things like Active Directory, DNS, DHCP file sharing, and web services.
Those are all essential functions
They are.
of a Windows Server environment.
Exactly. And they might also ask about your experience with troubleshooting server issues,
Okay.
optimizing performance, or implementing security measures.
So it's not just about setting things up.
Oh,
It's about keeping those servers running smoothly and securely.
precisely. And again,
Yeah.
RoleCatcher's AI can help you practice your answers. Make sure you're highlighting those relevant skills and experiences.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit
Right.
and talk about a question that assesses your ability to adapt
Adapt
to new technologies.
Okay.
How do you stay up to date with new technologies and trends?
That's a good one.
This is a crucial question because the tech world is constantly evolving.
It is.
Interviewers want to see that you're proactive,
Right.
passionate about keeping your skills sharp.
Keeping up with the curve.
So what's the best way to approach this question?
Be specific. Talk about the resources you use to stay current.
Right.
Like industry blogs, podcasts, online communities, or conferences.
Yeah, those are all good ones.
Mention any certifications you're pursuing.
Okay.
Or any personal projects you're working on to explore new technologies.
It's all about showcasing that commitment to continuous learning.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to share your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
What excites you about technology?
Right.
What trends are you following? Let your passion shine through.
Let that personality come through.
It can make a difference.
We touched on cloud computing earlier.
We did.
But I think it deserves a bit more attention.
It does.
It's such a transformative force in IT.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure interviewers are keen to hear about a candidate's cloud experience.
Oh, yeah, that question. What is your experience with cloud technologies?
Right.
It's almost guaranteed to come up
Okay.
in an ICT System Administrator interview these days.
So what are some key things I should be prepared to discuss?
First and foremost, be specific about the cloud platforms you've worked with,
Okay.
whether it's AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, or something else.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just say you've used the cloud.
Right.
Talk about the specific services you've utilized,
Sure.
the tasks you performed,
Nice.
like setting up virtual machines, managing storage, configuring networks, or deploying applications.
Right. Those are all really important things.
They are, and be ready to discuss any challenges you've overcome
Right.
or any cost optimization strategies you've implemented.
That makes sense.
Those are things that really impress interviewers.
So it's about showcasing that deeper understanding
Yes.
of cloud concepts and how they apply in the real world.
Precisely. And don't forget to mention any cloud certifications you hold.
Oh, right. Those are important.
They demonstrate your commitment to professional development.
Yeah.
They can give you a competitive edge.
Speaking of competitive edge, I'm eager to hear more about how RoleCatcher's AI can help candidates prepare for these cloud-focused questions.
Well, RoleCatcher's AI can analyze job descriptions
Okay.
to identify the specific cloud skills and keywords that employers are looking for.
So it's like it's doing the research for you.
It is, and then it helps you weave those keywords
Okay.
seamlessly into your CV and cover letter.
So it's not just about keyword stuffing.
No, it's about showcasing your skills and experience in a way that resonates with both human recruiters
Okay.
and those applicant tracking systems.
Ah, those ATS systems. They can be a real hurdle.
They can, but RoleCatcher helps you get past those gatekeepers
That's huge.
and land your CV in front of the actual decision makers.
That's really important.
It is.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, yes. RoleCatcher's AI also works wonders for interview prep.
Okay, tell me more.
Imagine having a virtual mock interview
Okay.
with a panel of experts
Uh-huh.
providing feedback on your answers,
Right.
helping you refine your delivery.
Yeah.
That's what RoleCatcher offers.
Wow, that's next level.
It analyzes your responses,
Okay.
identifies areas for improvement,
Uh-huh.
and even suggests alternative phrasing to make your answer shine.
So it's like having a speech coach and a career counselor,
Exactly.
all powered by AI.
All powered by AI. And here's the best part.
Okay.
RoleCatcher doesn't just offer generic feedback.
Right.
It can tailor your answers to specific job roles,
Oh, wow.
taking into account the unique requirements
Oh, yeah.
and expectations of each company.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach?
No, it's personalized guidance.
That's really cool.
It is whether you're interviewing for a cloud-focused role,
Uh-huh.
a security-heavy position, or a more traditional system administrator role.
Okay.
RoleCatcher can help you craft those answers that hit the mark.
This is incredible. I'm starting to see why you called it an unfair advantage.
And let's not forget about the confidence boost
Oh, yeah.
that comes with knowing you've got RoleCatcher in your corner. It's like having a secret weapon
secret weapon.
that helps you walk into that interview room feeling prepared
Yeah.
and empowered.
That feeling of confidence can really make a difference.
It allows you to focus on showcasing your skills and personality
Right.
rather than worrying about whether you're saying the right things.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean?
Yeah, what does it all mean?
For our listeners who are prepping for that ICT System Administrator interview,
Well, it means you've got the knowledge
the resources,
and now the AI-powered tools.
to take your job search to the next level.
That's right.
You're ready to impress those interviewers,
Okay.
showcase your skills, and land that dream job.
I love that.
But before we wrap up, I
Yeah.
want to remind our listeners that this is just a starting point.
Of course.
The best way to prepare is to practice Practice, practice.
Practice makes perfect.
And don't forget to leverage the resources available to you, like RoleCatcher's AI-powered platform.
It's a game changer.
It is.
Okay, that's it for part 2 of our deep dive.
In the next and final part, we'll take an even closer look at how RoleCatcher's AI can give you that extra edge.
An extra edge.
In the job market, stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have from dissecting those tricky interview questions to exploring those exciting career paths.
But we saved the best for last.
Today, we're unlocking the power of RoleCatcher's AI.
Ooh,
to give you an unfair advantage in your job search.
Unfair in a good way, of course.
Of course, think of it as having a secret weapon.
Okay, I like
to help you land that dream ICT System Administrator role.
A secret weapon.
It's like having a personal career strategist and a tech-savvy assistant all rolled into one.
Okay, color me intrigued. How does this AI magic actually work?
So imagine this RoleCatcher can analyze hundreds, even thousands of job descriptions for ICT System Administrator roles.
Okay.
It pinpoints the exact keywords and skills that make employers' eyes light up.
So it's like a code cracker for the hiring process. Figuring out what employers are really looking for.
It is. And once RoleCatcher deciphers those keywords, it helps you weave them seamlessly into your CV and cover letter.
Okay.
And it's not about keyword stuffing.
Right.
It's about showcasing your skills and experience in a way that resonates with both human recruiters and those applicant tracking systems.
Those ATS systems. Those can be a real hurdle for job seekers.
They can, but RoleCatcher helps you get past the gatekeepers and land your CV in front of the actual decision makers.
That's huge GG.
It is, but wait, there's more.
More AI magic. Tell me more.
Oh yes, RoleCatcher's AI also works wonders for interview prep.
Okay.
Imagine having a virtual mock interview with a panel of experts providing feedback on your answers.
Oh, wow.
Helping you refine your delivery. That's what RoleCatcher offers.
Whoa, that's next level.
It analyzes your responses, identifies areas for improvement, and even suggests alternative phrasing to make your answers shine.
It's like having a speech coach.
It is.
And a career counselor, all powered by AI.
All powered by AI, and here's the best part.
Okay, what's the best part?
RoleCatcher doesn't just offer generic feedback.
Right.
It can tailor your answers to specific job roles. Taking into account the unique requirements and expectations of each company.
So it's personalized guidance for each interview.
Precisely, whether you're interviewing for a cloud-focused role, a security-heavy position, or a more traditional system administrator role.
Right.
RoleCatcher can help you craft answers that hit the mark.
I'm really starting to see why you called this an unfair advantage.
And let's not forget about the confidence boost.
Oh, the confidence.
That comes with knowing you've got RoleCatcher in your corner.
Right.
It's like having a secret weapon.
Having a secret weapon by your side.
That helps you walk into that interview room feeling prepared and empowered.
That feeling of confidence can make all the difference.
It allows you to focus on showcasing your skills and personality rather than worrying about saying the right things.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean for our listeners?
Yeah, what does it all mean?
Who are prepping for that ICT System Administrator interview?
It means you've got the knowledge, the resources, and now the AI-powered tools to take your job search to the next level.
You're ready to impress those interviewers? Showcase your skills and land that dream job.
I love it. But before we wrap up completely, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Go ahead.
This deep dive has given you a solid foundation, but the learning never stops in the tech world.
Right.
Stay curious, keep exploring, and never underestimate the power of continuous learning.
That's such an important point.
It really is.
That ICT landscape is constantly evolving, so embrace that change and never stop growing your skill set.
Who knows, maybe one day you'll be mentoring the next generation of ICT system administrators, guiding them on their own career journeys.
That's a great vision to end on. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
And good luck with those interviews.